A stupid New Year's Eve prank results in a grocery store clerk shooting and killing the prankster. A judge awards the family $1.5 million. Come join me as I share with you this remarkable story. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law here in the state of New York. It's New Year's Eve. A bunch of kids 20 years old are now getting some stuff before New Year's. They go into a convenience store. One of them wants to buy a case of beer, another one wants to buy some snacks. And you should know that they were all drunk. They were totally drunk, every single one of them. And how do we know that? We know that from watching the surveillance video that ultimately shows something really tragic. And now, one of the kids gets a case of beer, puts it up on the counter to pay, and before he has an option to go ahead and pay that, he now takes one of the cans out and decides he's going to have a little fun. He goes ahead and shakes up the can really vigorously, takes the top of the can, pops it right in the clerk's face. And what do you think the clerk does? The clerk gets splattered with this beer all over himself, flips out, reaches down under the counter, grabs a 9mm Glock, shoots it, kills the kid right in the head. Kid drops to the floor, he's dead. And how do we know that? We know that because of the surveillance video. Now, I was asked to try this case, and I had known all the details of the case before I ever actually watched the surveillance video. And I have to tell you, it was horrible. Knowing in advance that this tragedy was coming up was gut-wrenching. It was really, really awful. What was amazing is that the family then brought a lawsuit for wrongful death against the person, this grocery store clerk, who shot and killed their kid, as well as the owner of the convenience store. And remarkably, neither one of them showed up for the lawsuit. They defaulted. It's like going to a baseball game and one side simply doesn't show up. You get an automatic win for the team that does show up. Same thing here. So now we were going to have a trial on damages. And that meant bringing in the different witnesses to this horrible tragedy. It meant putting on proof. It meant showing the videotape to the judge. This was going to be a judge-only trial. This was one of the instances where it was not needed, where a jury was not needed, and the family wanted to have a judge decide how much compensation to award to the family. At the end of the case, after we put on all of our proof, the judge wound up rendering a decision in favor of us in the amount of $1.5 million. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you a little bit of an insight and an understanding to what goes on when one side fails to show up and defaults in a particular lawsuit. You know, I realize you're watching this because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter happened here in the state of New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. This is something I do every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.